God loves you. God cares for you. You are special. You are needed. Let that marinate into your conscience. You are loved. Satan wants to infect the mind of each human being. And the way that he has done this is to first affect the parent. The parent grows up with parents that remind them how dumb they might be, or how stupid they are, or how unloved they are. They continue to reinforce this through the way that they treat the child. That's the seed. That's the seed that's planted. The words and the behavior that is generated towards that child, that's the seed. That seed grows in that child, and as the child grows and comes into adulthood, that seed is now full grown and it develops a harvest. One way that harvest is passed on is that when that parent now has children of their own, they are going to pass down to the children beneath them, or to the children that come from them, the same spirit of rejection that was passed to them. We get caught up in our emotions over why mama or daddy treats us a certain way. Well, the answer is simple. Satan is after the destruction of the family unit. He's after the destruction of God's plan and purpose for your life. And I've told you in videos prior that your purpose is a garment, that your purpose is something that you wear. This is why when he was able to successfully steal from Adam and Eve their purpose, they were found naked. You and I are found naked without a purpose because someone in our lives has helped us to believe that we are not valued, that we are not important, and therefore, through that rejection, we have been stripped of the light and the love of God. Satan is passing his spirit of rejection, his spirit of negativity down to you through your parents and through their parents before them and their parents before them. Someone has to break the mold. So the mother is experiencing something. Rejection, hurt, pain. She might have gotten pregnant because she was looking for love, and some individual took advantage of her love, laid down with her, and now she's pregnant. But she's feeling even more rejection because that person perhaps has walked away. Their true colors have been exposed. And that rejection now that the mother has first experienced by the hands of her parents and now also has experienced by the hands of this lover is passed through the child through the umbilical cord. And now Satan has two individuals in his possession instead of just one. And he repeats this process on and on. That child now comes up into a world without a father. And let's just say that the father was present. Let's say that the two lovers, the mother and the father, made it past a certain stage and they entered into this relationship. They might have gotten married, etc. But the relationship ends up hitting rocky ground. The relationship is broken. Now you have a mother that is separated from the father due to either the father not knowing his value, his purpose, not being mature enough emotionally, spiritually, and mentally to stick and stay. And now he leaves. He leaves the wife or the mother with the child. The child now grows up hearing stories about how negative the father was. The child grows up knowing that his father, her father, didn't love them, or that the father was an inadequate parent, an inadequate guardian. You hear all these negative things tossed in that direction, or the child is having to deal with these negative things that are being said about a guardian. Satan is able to reinforce the idea that you are not loved as the child because look at mama, look at daddy, they're gone, right? They didn't stick around. You weren't valued enough for your father or your mother to stick with you. There could also be other scenarios. Both parents could remain in the home, yet the love and the concern, the care and the patience that the child needs from both parents might not be given to the child. So the child begins to feel that life for the parents would have been better had they not been born. Because remember, the parent is passing down the negative feelings of rejection that they themselves experienced. They're passing it to their children. When the parent mistreats the child begins to listen to the suggestion of Satan, and that suggestion is to say, you aren't loved, or that mom and daddy are having problems because you are involved. And you've got to understand and come to a realization that Satan has been successful in destroying your confidence, and that from generation to generation, he has been successful in causing you to believe that you have no importance. Why must you know that Satan is the man behind, or the being behind all of this? Because once you understand and know this, you can direct the correct attention to the place that the attention needs to be on. And it doesn't need to be on mama or daddy. The attention, or rather the anger and the frustration that you feel, comes as a result of Satan working in the background. You can now forgive your mother and your father. You see, God comes in and provides the truth, because the truth is the element that sets you free. You have been bound because you've been mad at mama. You've been bound because you've been mad at daddy, when you didn't understand that they were being played and manipulated in Satan's game just like you have been. Now you know this. Forgiveness now can be offered to your parent from you to them, because you understand that they were a pawn. You have focused your attention where it needed to be. You have dealt with the real instigator of the situation, and his name is Satan. You must now understand and realize that you were chosen, you were called, and that because you were called and chosen, you were loved. You are not some figment of someone's imagination. You are not by chance. God saw all of the sperm that were competing to fertilize your mother's egg. Because when your father released that sperm into your mother, there were millions of those sperms competing to fertilize your mother's egg. You were that one. It's that serious. It's that deep. God chose you. He put you in the front of the line, and so you were able to fertilize your mother's egg. This is not by chance. Even if your mother was raped, even if somehow you came about as the form of molestation, no matter what it was, God still said, I'm going to take power in my hand, and I will choose out of those millions of sperm which particular one I want to come into this life. That was you. That was me. Understand that. And I stress this idea. I stress this point because we've got to know that we are chosen, and that we are loved, and that we are not here by chance. See, the devil will have you thinking that you aren't loved, that you aren't cared for, that all of the things you've been through are signs to express the reality that you aren't loved. That is false information that has been spun by the father of lies. You are needed. You are cared for. God loves you. He is concerned with you. And just because perhaps you have not been shown this type of love from your parents or your guardians is not a reason for you to believe that you have no place on earth. We must get to the core of the issue, and we must identify the true instigator, the one that is behind the source of our pain, the one who is the source of your pain. God loves you. God cares for you. You are special. You are needed. Let that marinate into your conscience. You are loved.